Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday. So it is a little foggy this morning and a little overcast, and that makes it always a little bit difficult to get up first thing in the morning. Who wants to get up in the dark? Not me. So anyways, today is a work day and the first day of school, and I wish I could say I was like super excited to get back into homework, but I mean, who really loves homework, right? So anyways, I hope you guys are having a fantastic morning. Tuesday morning, I am carpooling in with my mom, so I'm going to talk to you guys here so that when I get there, I'm not having to vlog with her around. She's not really the biggest vlogger fan, so to speak, or of being on film. She does it for me because she loves me, but she's not the biggest fan. So anyways, I will talk to you guys here in a few. You guys can really see the fog down here. Alright guys, so class is over. I am on my way back. I am on campus at the moment. You guys can see. Teacher is interesting. I'm going to try to reserve judgment for a little bit because I'm not sure if she was nervous or just trying to make sure she set the standard right. She definitely comes across as having a little complex, but like I said, I'm going to reserve judgment for just a little bit on that one. Other than that, class is not too bad, I think. I think the idea was mainly to scare the students. I'm getting stared at like I'm crazy. I think her main goal was to scare the students into behaving and into taking her class seriously. She sat there and told us how hard it was going to be and how it's a weeding class and that kind of stuff. Being said, I think it'll be an interesting class. I think it'll be a hard class, but I think she'll probably be a fair teacher, which is really what you need. Okay, so now I'm off the edge of class, or off the edge of campus. Maybe the students will look at me like I'm crazy because they don't know what vlogging is. Anyways, not a bad first day. Here's gonna be my exercise regimen, guys. Walking back up this hill to work. It's a little bit warm and toasty, but that's okay. As long as I don't get run over, I guess that's what matters. But anyways, tip for the day. Wear appropriate shoes if you have to walk across like this. I'm gonna have to get a pair of shoes and leave it at the office to trip across campus because my little ballet flat's not cutting it so much right now. But that's okay. I do think that the class is interesting and the teacher is interesting in the fact that there are no potty breaks. She didn't care if you bring in food, but you are not allowed to go potty in the middle of her class. So in some level, I feel like I'm back in high school, despite the fact she tells me to act professional and like an adult. And if I was in that setting, I would just get up and use the restroom so that I could concentrate. So I think that's very interesting indeed. But anyways, on my way back to work now. I'm gonna eat some lunch and finish up the workday. I'll talk to you guys in a few. Okay guys, so I'm at home. I'm gonna show you a meal prep in what we're making, or what I'm making. What I'm making is bruschetta chicken. So what you need are just some chicken breasts. You can see I have one here. I tend to use a Ziploc bag just because it's easy and convenient. You can use wax paper, you can use just plain saran wrap, but what you want to do is put your chicken in between two pieces, and then what you're going to do basically is just whack-a-mole. Gonna whack it out until it is thin, like you're going to make chicken parmesan. Okay, I use a rolling pin because I don't have one of those mallets. Rolling pin works just fine. You can see it's pretty thin. There's a little thickness, but a lot of it is thin. Then I put a plate here, and what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna sit you guys down, hopefully you'll be able to see. What I'm gonna do is probably fold these edges of my plastic bag back so that it doesn't get messy there. And then I take the chicken, and you can see just how thin it is there. So you guys can kind of see, you can see how thin it is. And I just put it on a plate to hold. And then I put the next piece just so you guys can see, I actually don't seal the top, but I go ahead and put a regular, like you can see, it's regular chicken breast, ends up looking like this. There's the before and the after, so you can kind of get an idea. And then I just take this and we'll begin to pound it down until I get them both thin, and then we're gonna go out to the grill. So I'll see you guys in a second. So once you got your chicken pounded out and ready to go, just put it on a plate and outside we go. Okay guys, and I put my grill right outside the door here. You can see I've already started the grill and everything is nice and white hot. I'm going to set you guys down over here in hopes that you will be able to see what I'm doing. So what I do is I don't actually add any seasoning at this point. I just lay these pieces out, and they should not take very long because they're very, very thin. And what we're going to do is try not to tear up the grill. Just simply put these pieces on the grill, cover them up. Come on in. We're going to put those pieces on the grill, cover it up. I'm going to take this inside, put it into the dishwasher where it'll get clean. And we wait just a couple minutes. I'll come back out with some tongs. When I get back out there with tongs, I'll turn the chicken over. If you wish to add some salt and pepper at that point, you totally can. I'm not going to because I'm actually going to top it with mozzarella while it's still on the grill. Okay guys, so then what I'm going to do is I washed these Roma tomatoes. What I do is I actually will take them. I usually cut them in half and then cut these into about 3 pieces if it's a big one, like this. And then guys, I turn it like this. Now I've made all these cuts, then it makes really easy and quick and effective bite-sized pieces of my Romas. I find that Romas hold better and hold up better. But now if you have a different kind of tomato, you should totally use whatever you're happy with, whatever you most want to use. And this procedure, of course, you're always going to wash the tomato before. This procedure will become quick and easy for you too. The one thing I would advise against is making like a huge batch if you're not going to eat it fairly soon. It doesn't go bad that quickly, but I tend to like it to not sit out for very long. So I tend to leave my Romas, because it takes so little time to do this, as you can see. I tend to leave my Romas intact in the fridge because they just hold better that way. But now you have to do what works best for you. And this is really just half of the bruschetta topping. All we're doing is just chopping these tomatoes right on up into bite-sized pieces. So whatever you consider bite-sized, try to make it uniform across all the different tomatoes that you cut up. And then I'm just pitching them into a bowl here. And in a minute I will go out and get the basil and add basil into my bowl. Okay, so really bruschetta topping for me is nothing. Oh, sorry, that's a really bad angle. Bruschetta topping is nothing for me except for tomatoes and basil mixed together. I don't add any salt or any pepper or anything like that. If you wanted to, you could absolutely add peppers into this. It really wouldn't be bruschetta, but you could totally add peppers into it. So just a minute, we're about to go back out and check on the chicken. Wish you guys had smell-o-vision. It smells so good. So you can see the grill is really smoking. I'm gonna lift this up. And the chicken, you can already tell, is pretty much done. I always keep a little table beside mine just so that I can easily move it around. Emma, no bark. No ma'am. So then all I'm gonna do, oops, sorry, let me get it where you guys can see. I'm gonna take this chicken, you can see the lovely color on it, and I'm just gonna flip it over. Emma, stop. I'll flip it over. And I did not clean my grill like a good lady before, so I have some black marks. It'll be okay. As hot as it is, it'll be just fine. So then I just let it sit, and it's gonna get covered up again, and I'm gonna let it get color on the second side. And Emma is running away, so I gotta go. Okay, so while that's going on, you need to get your basil. I have a confession to make. I did not, in fact, water my plant within the last 24 hours, and I've let it wilt, so my leaves are a little wilty. If you buy it at the grocery store, they won't be wilted. Mine just tend to be at the moment, which I'm not real thrilled about the fact that I let that happen, but you guys will forgive me this once. I know you will. So we're just finishing up the bruschetta topping right now, and as soon as I run a rough chop through this, we're gonna go back out and we're gonna add the Swiss on top of the chicken. So all I do is this right here, truly. That's all there is to it, guys. It looks like, usually it's gonna be a lot less, it looks kind of limp because the leaves are limp. It's gonna be a lot better than that usually. Then you're just gonna scrape up the pieces. You're just gonna scrape up the pieces, throw them in, and then you're gonna use a spoon and just stir it around and the flavors will meld together. Okay, so once you've done that, then you're just gonna take your spoon, you're gonna stir it and let all of the flavors basically come together, and you're just gonna sit back and let them basically intermingle and have a party by themselves. At this point, you're now gonna take your cheese back out to the grill because we know the chicken's just about done, and we're gonna add the cheese to the chicken. Okay guys, so here's the deal. If you don't want to add your cheese to your chicken, it's not a big deal. It really is not. Whoops, I just threw my chicken on the ground, or my cheese on the ground. I'm going to add it to one of them and not the other. I like it already added to my chicken, but you may not. And if you don't, it's totally fine. You don't have to, okay? I'm gonna sit you guys down so that I can do that, because I can't do that. I can't open a package and hold the camera and do it all. I know, right? Wish I could. So here you go. What I'm gonna do is just take my cheese, and guys, it's gonna melt down, so we're just gonna add a fair amount on top. And then, remember, it's low fat, so we're not gonna feel too guilty. You add as little or as much as you want. This is, in fact, your cheese for your bruschetta though, okay? Then you're just gonna put your lid back on top, and we're gonna leave it just long enough to basically go inside, to wrangle Emma back in. Go inside, get a plate, come back out, and scoop it up, and it's basically done. It's really that quick. Now I do want to make one note here, guys, and that is that bruschetta typically comes with mozzarella. It is not Swiss cheese. I, however, could not find any mozzarella at the store because they were sold out because they had a sale. So I'm substituting my Swiss in. That may not work for you at all, and that's perfectly fine. If that is just not going to be acceptable to you, you use mozzarella. I'm going to bring it into, I'm going to put it on a plate, bring it in, and then I'm going to show you guys what the finished product looks like. Okay guys, so I just brought it in. You can see that really, truly, I kid you not, in the length of time that it took me to walk into the house, get a plate, grab a spatula, and go back out, that cheese was that melted. It takes that little time. Now, I'm only doing one with cheese on it. I will be very honest. To me, because we beat the chicken breast out into smaller pieces, that's actually 4 servings to me. So you guys decide what you're comfortable with. If you want one huge piece of chicken, I say go for it. It's happy, makes you happy. It's a pretty healthy meal. Go for it. There's no way that I could eat that much. I know I could eat part of it, but not the whole thing. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to put my chicken on a plate, and I'm going to show you guys. Hopefully you can see. I'm actually just going to cut my chicken in half, and that also will give you excuse me, a chance to see the middle. It is in fact completely cooked through, as it should be, and I will put my other piece over here. I will probably take that piece for lunch. I'm going to show you guys. See the chicken? It's completely, totally cooked through. Then to finish off my piece of bruschetta chicken, what I do is I just take my tomato mixture, my tomato basil mixture, and I just simply pile it right up on top, right like this. And guys, it's tomatoes and it's basil. It has basically no salt in it because we didn't add any salt or pepper. Some people will absolutely go ballistic. You didn't add salt and pepper. If you want to, guys, do it. Go for it. I don't need the extra sodium. A little pepper probably would have been a good idea, but I typically don't put a whole lot of extra on it. So this is what the finished product looks like. I hope it looks yummy to you guys because it looks yummy to me. Huge fan of it. It's actually very low calorie. Depending on the amount of cheese, you can make it greater in calorie, or, you know, however you want to. You may not want to pound yours out. I think it works better if you pound them out because I think this flatter surface works a little bit better for your bruschetta chicken. Mainly because of the fact, I feel like it's so dark in here, guys. I'm sorry. I feel like the flatter the surface makes it easier for the tomatoes to sit on top, and when they come in and it's hot and you just kind of transfer the flavor, I think that helps a lot. But anyways, this is my meal prep for tonight, and it is in fact what is today? Today is Tuesday. A Tuesday night. It took me, truly, I was watching a sitcom. I got in just after the beginning, maybe 30 minutes to do this. When I walked in the door, I put my my coal in my grill and got that started, and by the time I got out of the shower, I had it good and hot. You guys saw I pounded my chicken out and stuck it on. 10 minutes later, that's done. Put your cheese on. It's a good meal. What can I tell you? It's an excellent meal. So I hope you guys enjoyed this meal prep. I hope you will like it, and I will come back and say goodnight to you guys in just a minute. Alright guys, well, I hope you all had a wonderful Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed seeing how you make bruschetta chicken. And it is getting late. I have enough time to maybe refill my dishwasher, empty it, refill it, and get it started because I'm a messy cook. Get my kitchen cleaned up before tomorrow and get everything gathered up so that in the morning when I'm stumbling out of the house, I have everything ready to go. Tomorrow I will be in Springfield. I may have to go to a funeral tomorrow afternoon, so I don't know that I'll be able to film a whole lot during that time. And tomorrow night I'm going to have to study because I'm thinking I'm going to call the new professor the Dragon Lady. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. She's just something else. I expect you guys will hear lots about her on class days, and you will probably hear what she has to say. Things that shock me. Anyways, I hope you guys had a great day. If you're new to the vlog, please push the subscribe button. If you're here every day, it's good to see you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Somebody has already started on bedtime. Am I going to say good night to him? Oh, you felt the need to get up? Night, guys.